first time we did it, we lost 30 pounds between us two, so like 15 pounds each.
I've been watching Prison Break.
I watched it as a kid growing up, but I boycotted the fifth season. Yeah, today is Thursday. It is the second day of our challenge that we did 3, 4, 5, or 6 months ago, where we essentially take out every bad thing in our life. Essentially, we work out or do something, exercise every day. Could be as simple as a walk, but the biggest thing is taking out processed sugars and also what's the other one? Oh, not eating out. I think those are the kind of the big ones, because I feel like we get in a rut, especially me, and I'd say you, like you after you're done working for hours and hours and hours, you don't feel like cooking, so then we end up eating out. It's not also nice that you work at a restaurant, so we also get food from there. But yeah, so it's the second day of doing that, and the first time we did it, we lost, I think, 30 pounds between us two, so like 15 pounds each. How much did you end up losing the first time?
It was around 15 pounds. I gained it all back once I started eating the crap, though. So
You gained all of it back?
pretty much.
Oh damn! I've only gained back.
But I also think something's wrong with my hormones because I'm huge right now. But who knows?
Well, you did take the Plan B.
That's very vulgar.
Doesn't that make your things swell up? Because don't like you're. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be respectful in the way.
I don't know. I think just like dealing with that and all the other random female things.
Period.
It happened within like a week. But also I gained weight right before my time of the month. But my time of the month is out of whack because of that. So I don't really know.
From a male's perspective, though, I don't mind the extra weight. Everything looks nice. I love the way you are. I just love.
Yeah, I find that disgusting.
I don't know. I just love the way she is, and so I honestly didn't. I just maybe, but then you also say when you lose a bunch of weight, the first thing that goes is your boobs. So
yeah.
But so today was the second day. We're live streaming. I'm gonna try to live stream every day, but honestly, I feel like. What's the biggest thing that you felt like you took out of it last time that you're looking forward either building upon this time or just, installing into your life?
I don't know. It's just routine, going back in routine, because forcing yourself to eat at home every single meal when you're like on a challenge makes you feel like, I don't know, you kind of hold yourself accountable. So, like, you pass a gas station, you're hungry, you could easily go in. Mm-hmm. But you got to keep the commitment to yourself to go home and make something. So I feel like it's just, like, the commitment to yourself. Because I feel like once you, at least for me, I'm very hard on myself. So once I lack commitment to myself, being lenient on foods, being lenient on routine, I just feel like I let myself down, which I did. So
But I feel like you would be the first one to admit this, that you're hard on yourself, which is, I feel like that's a good thing, though. Like, you're hard on yourself.
Well, if I wasn't, who would be?
Exactly. But, I think you were still in probably the top 1% of, like, activity-wise in America.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Everything fluctuates.
Yeah, but
also stress is a killer. So if you're stressed a lot.
Well, your doctor told you that.
Well, for me, I feel like I actually am very in tune with my stress nowadays, or in general, so I can see how it affects my body and how I feel. And
if you haven't seen her last episode already, go, because you kind of talk about how you're meditating and stuff like that, and manifesting your life. And I feel like that kind of also, if you haven't seen Lexi's solo pod, the journal entry number 1. Definitely recommend it. And I feel like as more of those entries come, people will really start learning a lot about yourself and being the implement. So because your story, I feel like, is very, inspiring, but, there's relatable in a lot of cases as well, because I bet you there's other people that have lived similar lives and need to hear someone like you kind of speak through it, because they might, or someone might be in that situation right now and not know how to deal with it, and then someone like you having that story out there, and slowly as you keep doing more solos.
Yeah, and I think it's good to just talk, because like alone out loud, because I used to do that when I lived alone.
You're good at that.
No, I'm not yet.
Well, you're better at me. You're good at journaling and meditating. Like, I wish I could do that.
But I feel like talking, I used to talk aloud, like, when I lived alone. And it sounds weird, but I feel like it makes things real and, like, makes it like it's out in the world. And I feel like first, I literally gained, like, I remember growing up and not having social anxiety. Like, I was literally life of the party, could talk to anyone. I would be the girl that walks into parties and, like, made shy girls be loud. Like, that was like a mission of mine every time I went out. But I literally developed social anxiety like when I was freaking 25 or 24, 23, 24. And that's something for me is I feel like I didn't speak a lot, or I wasn't like in tune of my emotions, or just like letting the truth like flow out of me all the time. I feel like I would just like not talk a lot about me, or not talk a lot about emotions or really anything. So I was like flooded with them in my body, and then talking about it out loud makes it better.
When did you start doing that?
When did I start talking out loud? When I was young. Like, I just felt like it's always been something I feel like she's my friend. Like, Lexi's my friend, so I talk out loud all the time. I still do it, but I feel like in Jacksonville, like, I feel like you should never stop talking. I feel like when either if you're talking and you can express it in some other way, like your emotions and your feelings, but I feel like journaling is a lot like talking in the same sense. So I feel like you can talk in, I don't know, a speech journal. I don't know if that's
there's
sounds
like
crazy,
what's
but
on the iPhone, the voice notes. Like, you can leave yourself voice notes nowadays.
So I feel like it's very, I don't know, it's very connected. It's like you're just meeting yourself in the future, or like talking to yourself in the past. It just makes things real. So I feel like I like it. But when I don't do it for a while, I don't know, not that my speech goes down. I feel like I think too hard about what flows out of my mouth. It's like word vomit, like I'm doing right now. But anyway.
No, but I completely agree, because I feel like we live in a society where, like, we're so much stimulants that people don't take the time to just relax and like collect their thoughts, talk out loud, journal, or stuff like that. So it's like,
because I feel like, I don't know, this is something weird. I feel like I put like my soul into every surrounding, if that makes sense. Like, wherever I am, like, there I am, like, fully. Yeah. And I feel like when I have to disconnect and reconnect all the time. Like,
it's almost like an addicted person.
It like carries. I do have a very addictive personality, but like it's like work mode. Look at her new nails too. It's like work mode. Like, when you're in work mode and you go home and it's like hard to shut it off. Like, that's how I feel in like every single situation that I'm in. And so I feel like I just have to slow down and get myself out of it. But if not, then
your nails look really good right now.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's something about you, when you're having your hand on the mic and I'm looking at you, the rings on. I'm like, oh, okay. Look at Lexi, got her rings on, her new nails. But they look good. They look real good.
Thank you. First time doing red.
Ever?
You know what made me do red? No. So I had to get my nails done.
Because you're watching Prison Break?
No, I was like a week late of like getting a fill-in, and
Wait, a week late for what?
Getting my nails redone, like when they grow out. So
I'm not gonna ask stupid guy questions.
Anyway, I was on TikTok, which I never go on TikTok.
Yeah, you're never on TikTok. I mean, not both of us.
It's too hard for my brain. I have my brain will freaking burn alive.
It's like social media on crack.
I cannot do. Like I said, I'm like in tune with. Yeah, it's too much. Anyway, I saw a post about. This is so stupid, but it's out there. It's a post about black girl trauma. This is what it was like titled: "Black girl trauma about red nails," and it was talking about how some people like darker skin tones didn't like certain nail colors because they thought it made them look granny, or like thought it made them look bad. And it's true. It's not this color. This is a great fiery red. So shout out to this brilliant color. But there's colors out there that like a mom or like a grandma used to wear, like, and it'd be like that burgundy ugly red. Sorry, but you know, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's like you should embrace different colors and wear anyway. Red makes it feel good.
Coming from a white male, so how does is the color red nails? Do a lot of old black women wear red
yeah,
nails?
but not like a fiery red color like this, like a burgundy.
Oh, like a darker red.
Like a dark red, like a granny red.
So
but
that's
it's also
a lot of old black women wear those.
Yeah, I mean, also like growing up, I feel like I wouldn't choose certain colors because of my skin tone, and I feel like I don't know. It was always like a black nail, or like a white nail, and like I don't know. I feel like I never dealt with colors. But,
well, it looks good.
Yeah, I know.
It like makes your hands pop a lot. Like it looks like you always have to have something nice on your fingers.
Why are you being so nice right now?
Because I'm just saying, because I'm the first time I'm looking, you have your hand right here, like perfect.
Out of all the times I said, "Did you like this?" and
I always said yes. Well, like a few times I said ugh, like joking around, because she asked so many times. I have to change my answer to no eventually. Like sometimes you just gotta like, no, they look terrible. And then you're like, oh, like, well, I said they looked good 6 times before that, but nah. But honestly, so answering my question I asked you, the one thing that I'm looking forward to is working out with that gym and going through the workouts you put me through, because.
And we built our cage.
Oh yeah.
We built our power rack. Our power rack is.
That's we never even brought that up.
It's
Yeah.
living its life. It's together. It's breathing. It's in the garage, and it's amazing.
It looks good. It makes the gym look really cool.
The
garage. Makes it look like a gym.
Because we have a cement, obviously we have a cement garage, and then there's a cement wall, and then
it's like
there's
a little
windows.
warehouse.
There's 2 doors, so it's pretty cool. The rack fits perfectly. I didn't measure because.
Oh wait, I told you the measure.
I know. I just lied. I didn't measure. I just knew it would fit. It's a standard garage height, and our garage. But when it came. I measured when it got delivered. I promise. Well, as soon as it got delivered,
when it's too late.
No, yeah. As soon as it got delivered, I went on Amazon and I
told
was
you
like,
so many times the measure, and you're like, I already got it. I got the measurements.
Yeah, because I was like, it doesn't really
perfect.
matter. But yeah, I knew it fit perfectly. But anyway, the boxes came and I looked on Amazon and I was reading like the description and the reviews again because I'm like so excited for this product, and it's like height limit like has to be like 84. Your garage has to be like above 84 inches or something, and I was like, oh my god, there's actually a height limit. So then I ran outside, measured it, and it was perfect. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, it's built. It's amazing. It's actually really cool. I think it's EKG. We can like tag it down below, but I think it's like EKG Power Cage on Amazon. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Has like a full cable system, so you can do chest flies, lat pull downs, the whole power rack. It's awesome.
It's like $600-$700 too. It's not
but
bad.
It's so worth it. Mm-hmm. Also, like for the dragging fall days, like I knew we did not. So I'm so proud of us, or me and us, but I knew I did not want to enter a winter here again without having more equipment at the house, because like we live on a mountain, you can't really
20
run
minutes there and back.
You can't really run and
minutes.
like walk when the roads are like icy or it's really cold, like in the morning when you usually need to work out. Like you're looking outside and you're like, oh, it might be too cold. So like you know what I mean? So. And then the gym's 30 minutes away. So I was like, I can't go another winter without having a routine of waking up and working out. Yeah. Like, it's perfect.
And we have these heaters. Honestly, we should buy one of these for the garage. And then if we plan on using it in the morning, put it on a timer that it automatically turns on at a certain time.
But, I mean, it's great. It's definitely an investment, but
no, well,
it's awesome.
The gym memberships here were $20 to $30 a piece. So that's roughly $60 a month, and we make that back. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I went to the gym a couple times, and I just like don't. I used to go to a gym. I used to go to a gym, like I used to go to 3 different gyms, and they're all about the vibes I'm feeling. Yeah.
Like, it's like home, like, I don't know, like, this is weird, but it's like Lifetime, have a membership at Lifetime. If you know what Lifetime is, it's like a club, not a gym. You're going there for like 2 hours, you know what I mean?
It's like a
and then there's
social.
and then there's like an Anytime Fitness where there's like not a lot of pop, and there's like a bunch of old people. Then there's like One Life gyms. So I think to be like in the gym for years on end, like, I feel like there's
We
the
don't have that
vibes.
here.
The vibes weren't there, so I was like, this is like the perfect time to just invest in getting a home gym, because I like to be, if I'm driving 30 minutes and I don't like my surroundings and I feel like I could work harder at home having a routine, that's what we're gonna do, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited because that's why I did not go to the gym here, because it's like it's a process, you know. You have to get in the car, drive up down the mountain 20 minutes away, and then plus gas, that on the gas side of thing, that adds up. So then it's just like a
Well,
big,
also it's like when
it's
I
not
would
like
wake
something that you
up.
could just wake up early, go to the gym real quick, come back. And
Yeah, it's like wake up at 5 and go do it. Like, I would wake up at 5 and I would go to the gym, and I would get there 30 minutes after I woke up, and I
Yeah.
would be there for an hour, and then I'd come home, and then at 30 minutes. But this, like, wake up, go in the garage, work out, walk as well, even if you wanted to, like, around the
Yeah.
mountain. So it's great. Very exciting. And this is only the beginning. Eventually, we're going to deck it out.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I have very...
Well, eventually we want to get a building back there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
make
because we have no cardio machines, but obviously we live in a mountain, so it's very easy to get good cardio in, like walking up the hills, the inclines. But eventually we're going to need a cardio machine.
Yeah.
Because, like...
So I was thinking, we were talking about getting a rower. We can't get the one my mom has because hers has water in it, and during the cold season, I bet you that water would freeze.
Oh, it probably would.
So we'd have to get like a non-water rower.
Or we get a Stairmaster.
Oh, I guess you could get one of
A
those.
Stairmaster, or like
We
a
have a bunch of
cycling. Like something not... Stairmaster's hurting your joints, but
Yeah.
it's very also a good
Cycling.
cardio.
I love rowing,
But like...
though.
Like rowing or biking would be like a really good first cardio option, because you have a full
Yeah.
weight system in there. So something easy cardio, like
Well,
something
bikes
like
are
that.
pretty. You can probably get a used bike for like $100, maybe. I don't know, maybe not.
You don't want just a random cheap stationary bike. I
Yeah,
guess
never
you
mind.
could get. But anyway, yeah. So very big things going on in that gym. Exciting things. I've always wanted those. So
Yeah,
Anyway.
and I feel like doing these type of challenges is like essentially investing into yourself in a way. You know, it's like there's ways to invest in yourself. There's like to read books, to take an online course, but then you can also invest in yourself by being active, eating healthy. Like that, I feel like a lot of people throw that out the window and not think of that as investing in yourself, because it helps with your mental health. Helps with just feeling more energetic and just a better you.
Feel more aligned with everything that's going on.
Exactly.
I don't know, because I totally get brain fog, and like have eaten a clean diet for so long, like months on end, to where that feeling of eating clean and not having random seeds oil and like processed foods like on the go. And after a while, it's kind of like it's like disgusting. So
Yeah.
it's good to just like get back on track. It's not like it's bad for you and you should never do it, because who are we kidding? It's everywhere. It's all around us, and it's so good. So, but it's just like the facts of eating that way and eating bad stuff and not cooking at home for every meal catches up to you, and it doesn't feel that great. So,
But
it's really cool. Anyway, I've been watching Prison Break.
she's never seen it before.
I've never seen it. What was this, like a 2000 vibe?
2000
18. I mean, 8,
maybe
08.
2005 to 2009, 08. Yeah. I watched it as a kid growing up. Like waited a week. Like the episode would come, I would have to wait a week.
It's a very graphic show to watch as a kid.
Well, I don't know what that was. Maybe like 10, 12.
Yeah,
Watched it with my mom. Well, it was on TV. It was on regular TV back then.
Throwback to what could be on TV. Like
Right now.
nowadays, like that could not just
Nowadays, I feel like
play on
I don't
CBS
know.
or something.
Yeah. Well, you have HBO now and all these other things. But yeah, so my mom, I would watch that every week with my mom. We would record it, and then I rewatched it 2-3 times in college and then once outside of college, but I boycotted the 5th season. I never seen the 5th season because after the 4th season, when they came out with the 5th season in 2017, I was like, this is 7 years after the 4th ended. Schofield, spoiler alert, at the end of season 4 dies, and I'm like, come on, like, and then how it originally was released. You know the season where they show his grave, right?
Yeah.
That ended, and that was the end of the season. And then they played those 2 last episodes as one episode as a movie, and so it was like an hour and 30-minute event.
Weird.
And then after when that happened, they made like a big giant deal of it being the end. You know.
Anyway.
And then 7 years later, because people are streaming it and whatnot now, they make a 5th season, and I was like, come on, like, because after like season, let's be honest, 2, when he gets, spoiler alert, he gets put in that second prison, then you're like, okay, how many freaking prisons can you kind of break out of? Like, okay, you got out of the second one, I'll give you the second one, but no more prisons after that.
Yeah, but I can count on both hands, like very few shows that I've watched like beginning to end, and wasn't mad about how they're going, because I grew up on like not watching. I grew up on like my brother telling me what to watch because I just like did not care enough to flick the channel, and I was like, he knew what I liked, so we would like the same thing, so he would literally tell me what series to watch. That's how I watched Sons of Anarchy, and I loved it because he's like, watch Sons of Anarchy, and I was like, okay, cool. So like I never like was a big TV watcher, even when I watched a lot of TV. So I feel like I grew up in Law and Order, like watching reruns, SVU, watching reruns like clockwork. Like I know every single episode of Law and Order SVU because I would just watch that every time.
Did you just recently watch Dexter all the way through, or I saw you watching a few episodes, I think
I just put it on to go to sleep.
Okay. See, I watched Dexter growing up.
Yeah, but
I watched CIS. Is that one?
Yeah.
I think
Law and Order SVU is, and then I watched Grey's Anatomy for a little bit, and
CSI.
Once they,
that's what it is.
Well, and then when Grey's got I feel like they switched over to killing half of the cast. I
never got into
I feel like their new seasons. I can't remember if I'm correct, but I feel like at their new season, most people die, and then they have a new cast of the main, and there's a couple. So I got kind of bored. But this show,
well, let's go back to Prison Break.
It.
Yeah.
This Prison Break, like I was saying, I enjoy it. I am addicted slightly. I want to get it over with. That's another thing. I'm either binge or I'm not watching. I want to do nothing.
Like when you started it and you saw how many episodes, you watched 4, you binge watched 4 or 5 episodes, and then I showed you how many episodes each season. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was upset because
you're like, I'm gonna be on this couch for weeks.
But honestly, it's
and
like
you were.
I don't know. I think I just caught myself in a lie because I hate when they're short. Also, and I hate when they're long. I need a good mix. And then if you leave me on a cliffhanger, I'm annoyed.
That's the good and bad thing about Prison Break. They are so good at making every episode end on a crazy cliffhanger where you're like, okay, let me just watch the first 15 minutes.
And you know what?
And then you watch the first 15 minutes, and then next thing you know, the episode's done, and then you're like, oh god.
But I realized in the beginning of some of the seasons, the episodes, when you switch a what is it, a frame or a clip, it switches episodes. It doesn't always show the credits. It'll just
oh yeah.
And then you're in the freaking third episode, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That's
and then
what
you pause
Netflix
it.
does now.
You pause it. Yeah, what the hell is going on?
They skip the credits.
That is
the intro,
so dangerous.
So you're just quickly into.
You're 10 minutes into a new episode, and you're like, how long is this freaking episode? And you click it, and you're 10 minutes in, and it's like you thought you were on the last episode. Yeah. And then and I'm like, I get mad because I'm like, who wants to be here for that long?
Well, they skip the closing credits, and then they allow you to skip the intro, and sometimes I feel like it automatically.
But no, that's what I'm saying. You can manually skip intro, but sometimes it literally was you know how the commercials.
Oh no! What if it's just your body just you just get into a muscle memory of just skipping the intro?
No way, honestly. And then the other night when 2 Tuesdays are my weekend. Like, Tuesday's my weekend. But anyway.
She did not get off the couch on her weekends.
Yeah, on Tuesday. So
she lived on the couch.
So I literally fell asleep on the couch watching Prison Break because I was like, I need to get it over within the day. I got to push it out, push it through. So I fell asleep on the couch watching Prison Break. I swear that I was sleeping. I was sleeping and I was still watching it in my head. And then I woke up like this. And then I was like, oh shit, the show's off. I'm on the couch. Where's West? Like, I was like, what the frick? So anyway, the show's good.
Yeah.
I don't do good with watching TV, so I don't watch it. So
no, but yeah, like you like I said, you kind of lived on the couch for the past like your weekends, which I enjoyed it because I like when you watch a good show and you introduce a good show to someone, even though I've seen it so many times, I hadn't seen it all the way through for like maybe 3-4 years now since we've been dating. So it's been over 3-4 years that I've seen it all the way through. So like seeing you get into it, and then plus I never seen season 5, so it made me like, okay, let me just suck up my pride and let me watch season 5. It's been 6 years. What is it? That came out in 2017. So I've been boycotting season 5 since 2017.
Speaking of shows, I literally cried in the living room as I was performing a concert to Odin the other day. I was singing.
I know about the concert, but what were you crying about?
Hannah Montana. Okay, because I saw a clip of Miley Cyrus. Like, I think she got an award for
she
Disney.
She just got into the Disney legend.
Like,
people were were hating that. Like, I mean, people
people always want to hate on something.
Well,
Come
it's just
on.
like, who the fuck made up that? Or like,
oh yeah, no, that came in a left field.
Because I've heard of that award before. Like, it's like the Disney Hall of Fame. It's like, okay, like that's what it was.
So is she literally the only one on it?
No, there's multiple people. There's like a bunch of people, but like
so
Disney
we don't care
style.
until Miley got on it. Nobody knows.
I mean, I've heard about other people getting it.
Huh.
I just never. It's just like when she got it, everyone's like, they just be making up awards to give to people.
But like people in the back were like, we've had this one before. Yeah. No, so her speech was like.
Wait, that's not the right.
It was, it's freaking Zoe 101. Yeah. Ooh, child. No, what the. I just sang the other song.
Which one was that?
Some old song. But she sang.
From Prison Break to Hannah Montana.
But she sang a little bit. Well, the reel put a little bit of like the old Miley Cyrus's songs on the caption or whatever. But like it was also talking about how it's literally the girl who raised us.
Well, actually,
like,
no.
Being a child watching Hannah Montana, that was like
Prison Break.
Life
is connected to the Cyruses because Michael, not Schofield, Lincoln is dating Miley Cyrus's mom.
That's so true.
The actor who plays Lincoln in Prison Break is dating Miley Cyrus's mom, which apparently...
I feel like the universe was like...
Is that the same guy that you said was dating her daughter first?
I don't remember. Can't remember what I said, so I'm not going to say I said it if I don't remember. But I think something like that happened. And I don't remember if it was that guy.
But I didn't say it.
I don't remember if it was that guy or some other guy. But, like, rumors on the internet, if I'm not mistaken, like, they were dating and then she stole her man, whatever. But,
hot take.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus's mom steals her daughter's boyfriend.
Not Miley's boyfriend, Noah's boyfriend. Who knows? I don't know anything.
Isn't my fault. You're lost. That's her song with Shabuzi. Noah Cyrus. We're just hopping around. From Cyrus to Cyrus. We're just kind of taking a Cyrus because we started with Prison Break.
I freaking love Miley Cyrus. Let's go back to Hannah. Go back to Hannah Montana for a sec. She literally raised me. The singing Butterfly Fly Away, the concerts, like the break-off movies that she did, like The Last Dance or something like that, the last song.
The Last Dance?
Last song, I think it was. But anyway, she ran my childhood. Zoe 101, Zoe 101, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, none of that on deck crap. I was never a fan of Wizards of Waverly Place.
Zach and Cody. I kind of liked Colby in the House.
Who?
Corey in the House.
Colby in the House.
Corey in the House?
Colby in the House.
Because wasn't it...
Corey in the House? I never watched Corey in the House.
So, I can't remember if Corey in the House was connected to That's So Raven. I can't remember.
Yes, it was Corey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, like, what happened to Raven? What happened to Raven?
I don't know. I think she's still. I don't know.
Like, I can't remember, because I remember them doing an episode where Raven was in it, but like...
No, but that was his show. Raven doesn't have to be in it.
Yeah, no, but like, weren't they siblings?
No.
Corey and... What was Corey to Raven and That's So
They're like
Raven?
best friends.
Were they? Okay, so I was not a big... I just always thought they were siblings in that show.
Why?
Because I just don't really remember that. All I remember from Raven, That's So Raven, is her just randomly staring at something, and then she sees the future, right?
The best show was when they did All the Ones Collided on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah.
And they would do like
no Disney. That was Disney. But
like
remember the
Zack and
Nickelodeon
Cody,
one?
Hannah Montana, all that crap.
Remember the Nickelodeon one when they did Timmy Turner and then Jimmy Neutron?
Oh yeah.
Those ones were the
Gosh,
those...
the freaking shows now suck. And if you've ever heard of Hip Hop Harry, please leave me a comment.
Hip Hop Harry. I feel like I've heard that before.
Do the Harry. It was this stupid random show that me and my siblings watched when we weren't even that. We were too old to be watching this show, but we would stay up. It was hip and hoppity,
hippity,
but we would stay up because it would only play at like 2 a.m. for some reason. I have no idea. We would stay up for it. It was this big old bear, and he was a hip hop bear, and he was like, "Do the Harry, do the Harry, yeah."
I do remember that. What was that other bear?
Barney?
No,
We don't like Barney.
The bear, Big Bear's house or something like that. It would be that big.
Clifford?
No, that's a dog. But it would be like some big bear's house, and then I don't remember. But I never really watched it. I hated that show. But yeah, so I guess going back to Prison Break, would you? Because I feel like this is a question that I was seeing online. Would you want a season 6? Granted, we haven't seen season 5, the ending of season 5.
I haven't seen the ending, but I'm wanting. The reason why I don't want another season is because like there's never a season where they're safe and sound and like living their life on the free like for more than 10 minutes without somebody getting shot or like dead. Like I'd rather see them like developing for at least at least an episode or two, or like living in their lives, seeing their hobby, seeing them what they
so
do.
if we
with their
don't
free.
get that at the end of this season, you wouldn't want to be like, oh, let me see a season 6 where maybe they're a little happy. So
all you gonna do? You just gangsters. Just
so
running
maybe
around
it's
being
because
gangsters.
I haven't seen, like, maybe it's because you're experiencing it for the first time. So like me, after seeing season 5 and boycotting it for 7 years or 8 years or however long it is, like I was like, oh, this season's not bad. Like I was like, I could go for it because I feel like the production value after 7 years, the technology, the cameras got better.
No, I like it, but I just don't want it to end on like another cliffhanger of like somebody's dying, and we don't know if they made it out alive or like any.
I guess
like that. Like,
maybe I got over because the biggest thing that I didn't really, the reason why I didn't watch season 5 is because like okay, he sacrificed himself, but then he was also dying of that brain tumor. So it's like they have not explained that either yet. So
I do like it made me like a killer. I like this
T-Bag.
one. I like T-Bag.
I
When
like
he's
him too.
not being a killer, you know what I mean? Or even when he is in a good way. He flipped switches, and he's like 10% a nice guy.
Okay, so it's easier to like him in season 5 though, because he got out of jail, so he served his time, and now he's nice. So like season 5, I don't feel guilty for liking him, but like every other season, you kind of feel guilty because like, yo, you just murdered and like essentially kidnapped people, and I'm still kind of.
But it's another jail like type of show. I don't know. Jail shows are intense.
But the reason why I knew you were gonna like it is because it's like you love like heist, like prison, like heist stuff. And it's not that in the first couple seasons, but then in the later seasons, it becomes like a heist type of thing where they're trying to break in. And I was like, okay, if she likes the first couple seasons, she's gonna love the three and 4.
Action, emotion, sorrow.
Because it's weird. It's like the writing, they did a good job at writing for that show. And
Yeah, they did.
It's like, I wish now. The only bad thing is when you finish a show, it's just like, what next?
Yeah, you take a break and then you find something in a couple months. Or we have a couple shows that need to be coming back. Where's OBX?
What's OBX? Orange is the New Black. No.
Outer Banks.
Oh, you like that show?
It just knocked me out. But Outer Banks. There's some other show.
You ever get into
the fighting superhero show I want to see.
The Boys.
The Boys.
We didn't finish this season. We still had The Boys to finish. Yeah, we never finished the season. We never finished the season.
Yeah, we did.
No, we only watched 4 episodes.
Well, I want the Gen X to come back.
Gen V.
Gen V. There's another show that I was waiting for.
Gen V.
Ginny and Georgia, they're doing another show.
Oh.
I like that show. Anyway.
Yeah, this was kind of just a catch-up podcast.
But what he kept seeing, T-Bag says the, let's see. Pause. T-Bag keeps repeating this verse. When he's in jail, when he was starting to
get his sales job.
When he got a sales job and he realized that he isn't just a murderer. That literally, I love that. Changed my heart with my heart. But anyway, weird. He kept going like, we are captive of our own identity, living in fear of... No, sorry. We are captive of our own identity, living as prisoners of this creation. We are captive of our own identity, living as prisoners of its creation.
So what am
That's intense.
So like how?
We are captive of our own identity, living as prisoners of its own creation.
So that's what I'm saying. The writers are really good. The writers are really good in the show, but like, you connected with that.
That's intense.
That, I mean, he is a murderer.
Yeah, because he heard it from something. I think.
Oh, he read it from that book.
He read it from a book.
Sales book.
But then he started to believe it. It was played out beautifully. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. That's when
he started to believe himself, like that he could be a salesman because he was doing good. He was like excelling.
It's funny because now like I always like randomly they say like, hello, sweet thing, and like say something.
I've been saying that in my mind for like
she would never know what
years.
it's from though, but now you now know what it's from.
Ew, that's where that's from.
From T-Bag.
God, so put off.
But now you love T-Bag.
No, I love T-Bag. But no, that verse right there or whatever, that literally is so funny because it's such a just like, I don't know, it was a good like imagery of like life when he was like proving to himself that he doesn't have to be a killer because he was like abused and stuff as a kid. There's things that made him that way, blah 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 blah. But he was like
that episode when
but
you
he's
see
like
his...
I can be a salesman.
Yeah,
and he's like
because like you first start like really like I feel like from season 1 through 2 maybe like all the way through halfway through 2 you kind of like him but like you don't want to admit it. But then you start
like he's still a killer.
Yeah. But then you get that episode where he takes his kidnapped family to his old home, and you start learning about his background.
And then he cries after.
Yeah. And then you start like, oh man, there's something underneath this fucking crazy dude.
So sad.
And then once he gets into the sales job, like that's why I was like, oh, she's because when we first started this, you're like, oh, like he's like, oh, like is he homo? He's gay. Like, hey, what is he doing with that guy? Like putting his
it was in jail, not like normal homos.
But that's what I'm saying. You said homeless though, right?
Yeah.
No, but when you were saying that in my head, like I had already like I already knew.
Scary.
Like,
I don't like seeing this.
Yeah, I know, but like hearing what you said about like how like he was like you were kind of like scared of him like in the first season, but then in my head I'm like, oh, you're gonna end up liking him because like that's what happens. You end up liking him for some reason.
Yeah,
that actor is just so good. He's so good at playing that character.
He's a good actor.
Would you put Prison Break on your top? Where would you put Prison Break on your top like shows?
Like I said, I have like 2.
What's your second one?
I don't know.
Outer Banks?
Top shows? I mean, I don't really love any show
that's
besides
what I'm saying. I'm not a big show.
SVU, because I've literally watched every single show and episode like a million times. Like I've started over like a million. Like that's maybe that. Law and Order SVU is number 1. Always will be. I think I like.
I think my favorite show.
I don't love any like.
My first one maybe. Dang, it's the animated version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. That
I don't watch animation.
Yeah, no. That or Prison Break. Those are like my top ones growing up. Those were my favorite shows growing up. Prison Break
Yeah, I
and,
never really-
and Avatar.
Like a series like that, I never really watched series like that.
My mom watched Dexter. I only
Except
got
for,
through like
like,
3
Law and
seasons of
Order, yeah.
Dexter.
Or even like all the shows that came out that are really popular, even like the ones on BET. So I just couldn't.
Yeah, like I
Never
feel like
watched.
I always get bad at like if the second season's not good, I stop. Like I can't. Like I hate those shows where it's like, oh, you have to get through the first 2 seasons and it's good. I'm like,
Also,
I
when
didn't watch 12 hours of footage like show to get to the good part.
Also, when I fall asleep, I'm done. Like, if I fall asleep in the
yeah.
middle of a good episode and I can't find my way back, like the next day, and I can't rewind, like, and I'm like too far gone, I'm done.
Yeah,
like, if I'm like 2 to 3 episodes past while I was asleep, can't find you, I'm done. I'm good. I will literally give up.
Like so, yeah, sometimes
I'm a
some
quitter.
movies I'm like that where I've like tried to watch it, started, and then I just fall asleep. I'm like, okay, this is the second time this has happened to me. This movie's just not meant for me. Like the last King Kong, Godzilla versus King Kong, the last one that came out. I tried watching that thing twice, and I was like, man, I like the first Godzilla's, the first King Kong, leading up to the second one of them coming together. And
I do think still the
was
best
so
movie
bad.
that I've seen
movie, ooh,
is probably The Last Avatar.
oh, Way of Water.
Way
You
of
thought that was
Water.
the best movie of all time you've ever seen?
No, just lately.
Oh, yeah,
No,
lately,
actually,
like- see,
was
that-
it Way of Water or the one before that I liked better?
There was only 2.
I think it was Way of Water.
Yeah, the one that we watched together in the movie theater. That was did we watched it in 3D, right?
Yeah.
That was okay. So that watching it in 3D
twice.
was we watched it in 3D and then I bought it.
Oh, yeah.
So that movie, I don't know how you can hate on that movie. Like there's a lot of people that hate on it.
No, I don't know. I feel like people could just go into watching a movie like, oh, this ain't gonna be that
Yeah,
good.
like it's like
Like
people,
I'm about to nitpick, and then you nitpick, like you're barely watching it.
people just nitpick because of how popular it is. They want to be like the
Also, like I feel like I try to go into movies like open mind.
yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be watching shows and I'm like, dang, this acting sucks. And then I'll like, my vision will like zoom back out of like, does that ever happen to you? Like I'll be watching something and like my eyes lock in on a person and I'm like, oh, this acting sucks. And then my eyes will like zoom out and it'll be like fine.
and then you're like, okay,
I'm just like chilling.
You get
like,
used to the shittiness.
Yeah, I'm like, relax. I'm either going crazy because it's so dumb or just I have no idea.
I feel like that happens a lot with just the shows.
My brain is just like,
because there's so many
crash.
shows that you I feel like you just randomly put on at night sometimes, and then I just like watch.
yeah,
them.
but I just TV and shows and movies is, I mean, it's terrifying. You can't do it like you used to.
Yeah.
The things people watch today is like bizarre. Like
Well, there's just so much out there.
it's just, ugh.
Well,
And it's sad. And I feel like young kids kid actors were so much better back then than they are
like
today.
back.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah, I
Maybe
like
it's because they were overworked and
like you see like
but
the
they
shows
were
that are
way
supposed
better.
to be like this generation's Hannah Montana. Like it's
Or,
just
like-
it's just so corny.
Ned's Declassified, School Survival Guide. Like that
Yeah.
was my show.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Have you seen their podcast? They have a podcast.
Yeah, shout out. But no, there's a show like that like it's just like
It's like a
high school
Is it like a reboot? or-
teenager. No, it's like,
so-
but it's just like teenagers in high school doing their crap. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just not the same. Added the humor is better. Things are funnier. I don't know.
I feel like they can get away with more things
were-
now.
yeah, we
like,
were-
or back then.
Jokes are better.
Now I feel like
it's just so lame now. God.
I feel like they just try to force just random stuff that you like. What? That's not really how high school is. Like, or maybe it is.
Or like the high schoolers are like 41.
Yeah, that's a weird. Well, back remember. Have
Oh,
you
I'm
ever
just kidding.
rewatched the Spider-Mans? Like Tobey Maguire was like 30 years old playing a high school kid. But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's. But like going back, I feel like, yeah, the acting or just something.
I mean, it's the same
I
with
don't know.
music. I feel like we're not gonna get the music like we used to. We'll always have like there'll be good music out there,
But then-
different genres, but
You always
Back
listen
in
to
the
our
day-
grandparents. Our parents are back in the day. Like, are we
back
just
in the
that
day-
now?
Yeah. No, I'm literally like back in the day.
Oh,
My favorite thing is like when, cause I work around like people that are. It's funny because I'm 26, but I work around people like 26 compared to like 32 is still a decent like age difference between what was popping in like the 2000s. There's like certain years.
Well, between
that, like,
me and you, sometimes
cusp.
there's a just being 3 years apart.
There's this person that was like, she was like, that was tight.
What was that show
And then
that I just talked about?
it's just like funny that in my mind I keep saying like, or I'll keep blurting out loud in situations like, is that what them kids used to say? Is that what them kids say now? Because I love that. Like people. There's like words nowadays that I'm like, this is what.
Yeah, like there's so like
I remember being like on fleek, like when we were back on
like
fleek, like lit, like, and now it's like some weird just.
Yeah, what happened to like bro, just being bro?
Yeah.
But now it's bet. Like I hated when bet came out.
I hate bet.
I hated when that came out. I was like, what the fuck is a bet? Bet.
I hate bet. I hate
that one. But that came out like when I was like in college or something like that, and like people like bet.
No, I remember when it came out. I remember when it came out because I was in high school.
I don't know who the hell
and
started
I hated
that
one. That one hit me in my soul.
You're like,
bet.
Like come on.
Because then it was like, oh gosh.
Can't we come up with something better than that? Like lit, I kind of can understand lit. That just didn't. Or bay, like when people started using bay seriously.
I don't like bay.
What does bay stand for? Before anyone else.
Like babe.
Before anyone else.
Oh my gosh! Like ew.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't care about that. That's nasty.
You just thought people just took the B off, babe. You know what? The B is just pointless. We're just gonna take the B off and just say babe.
Literally. Sorry. No, I just like did not. I just thought it was a gross like. What up, bae? Don't call me a bae. Like, I'm not your bae.
Well, now that you know it means before anyone else.
Don't call me bae.
No,
it's not happening. No, ew. No, those words are funny.
What's another word that just... Because this might be... people might be related to these. Lit was good, like I said. Bae. Turnt.
Turnt was good,
hey,
though.
Get turnt.
I'm turned up.
Yeah, turnt up. That was a good one.
Riz. So, these people at my job were talking about Riz. Hey, what was it?
I feel like that one's an old one that came back recently.
I was never on Riz.
Yeah, I feel like that one I heard because there was a DJ named Rez.
You know what I never got into?
Which one?
Bussin'.
Bustin'. Oh, that's bustin'. Yeah. I feel like that was like I think that's an old one that came back because there's Busta Rhymes.
But I feel like you're literally joking if you're like, this food is bussin'. Like, get away from my table. Like, don't.
I'm a fan of this. I'm gonna say fan of this guy who like makes prison meals, and after he's done making the prison meal, he eats it and goes bustin'.
Like.
Yeah, give me another.
Like it literally says dinner tonight. This is an example of how it's like used.
Can you put it in a sentence?
Dinner tonight was bussin'. Like please, gosh. Boston. No.
How do you spell it? Bustin?
Bussi. Bussin'.
Oh, bussin'.
Bussin'.
Not bustin'.
I don't. No, this is freaking worse. Extra. I like extra vibing. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, a little extra.
Bussin' was. Bussin'. I used to say no. These are like killing me. I can't. I tried to go. There's teen slang.
Damn, there's another one.
120 plus, like God. Rent free, salty, woke. I never used woke. I was never
That's like a political term.
Like it wanted to be, but you ain't woke. I don't know. I feel like it's a deep. Woke is like deep.
Well, yeah, woke is kind of used for the far left, like that. This who someone's like.
Yeah, like if you're political though, but like on the streets, I
don't
woke.
even know what that. People use it like that.
Woke is like, I don't know. I think it's like not being with the times of like what's happening politically.
Sleeping.
You're sleeping. Capping.
Man, that's cap.
No cap. I can't cap. Like
that's
cap.
not the right way to say it. I can't cap. You be cap, man.
You be capping. You be capping. High key. I love a high key.
Okay, low key.
Low key.
Yo, that low key fire.
Low key. I'm literally. I was a low key gal. Low key. Low key. Low key.
You're low key. Yo, that's low key fire, bro.
Let them cook. I hate that one.
Let them cook.
I don't like that one.
I like the videos, but I don't know about using it. What's another one?
Say less.
That one, say less, bro. Say less. Jit.
Understood the achievement. Whip up.
Yo,
Gosh,
whipped.
I was like, whoa. Yeah, anyway, those are all canceled. Clapped
Clapped is like killing someone.
can either mean being a physical match or ugly. Pff. Fruity, duh. Go off.
Man.
Anyway, the ick. I don't know where I got ick from, but ick's my favorite word, ick. But when I'm like trying to leave a conversation, I'll just be like ick and I'll walk away.
I hate people who
It's
like
easy.
say like LOL. Like that use LOL in a sentence. Like
You know, my siblings and I, we made up this word TYAT.
T what?
TYAT.
T. So it's not a word.
No,
it's an acronym.
Acronym, yeah. TYAT.
What does it stand for?
Can you guess?
TY.
AT. It's like when you were
What
full of yourself.
What are the
and
letters stand for?
think you're all that.
Okay.
I was gonna make you guess, but you obviously can't. Yeah, we were too. Yeah. Oh God, no. We made up TYAT.
Why don't you sing your other song? You and your sister.
You know what? I will. We made a
Pop you on the nose.
sock you in your nose, make your teeth bleed, rip off your ears, and shove them down your throat. Shove 'em down. I don't know.
That's a song that her and her sister came up with.
Sock you in your nose, make your teeth bleed, rip off your ears, and shove them down your throat.
I know her childhood
God.
gruesome song. Very gruesome.
Why? We ever made that? I don't know. Sock you in your... But yeah, we also used to play the mattress game. You ever played the mattress game? It's when
Maybe
you
they called it something else.
So you lay in between two mattresses and somebody sits on top of the mattress until you can't
Die?
breathe anymore. Until you can't breathe.
That does not sound like a game.
It was literally called the
I think your sister was just
It
fucking
was
with you. That was not
literally-
a game. Were you always the one that would go?
I
in there?
literally fucking ran away with the suitcase because they wouldn't let me play with them one time. But yeah, I literally packed my suitcase. I was like 7, packed my suitcase.
Wait, because you
started
wanted to
walking.
go in the mattress?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me play. I could only play when I grew up. But no, yeah.
Are you sure this was a real game? They were just trying to make you mad.
It was
Like, yo, we're playing this game called
It was called the mattress game, and it was how long you can stay in between mattresses while somebody's sitting on top. Maybe even 2 people sitting on top, until you start screaming like you tap out. You gotta tap out.
And so you're just
also
laying
wrestled.
there
Yeah, you're just in between the mattresses.
and screaming. And then, like, while you're screaming to get out, they're not getting out. They're like, oh, she's not tapping
We
out.
were
even though
bored as
they're screaming, but we ain't letting her
Kids
out.
are so creative.
That's not creative. That's murder.
Kids are so. Yeah, we did some. I mean, we
I
had
want to tell people you played that game.
yeah, sorry, Mom. Yeah, I don't even know if my mom knew about it. She definitely did not know about it because it's a hazard. Don't ever play the mattress game.
I remember hiding between mattresses during hide and seek, like when they were like, you know how you had those beds that are like, I'd find those beds and go.
The best game as a child, I can't wait to play this when we have kids. Ding dong ditch. I'm ding
That's
dong
not
ditching.
something you play with your kids. You let them go outside and do it on their own. You don't go and with your kids to go ding dong ditching. That's something you did by yourself, not with your parents. You're gonna go ding dong ditching with your kids. This is what we used to do back in the day.
Ring the doorbell and run. Just kick him. Just handcuff him to the mailbox.
Did you go with your mom? Did your mom show you ding dong ditching?
No.
Why would you want?
I'm getting hot. No, but literally, I just feel like Ding Dong Ditching was a vibe. Like, that was so much fun. Ding Dong Ditching was, like, so much fun. And what was it, like, Manhunt?
Manhunt, well,
Yeah,
that was
Manhunt,
fun.
like, with your friends?
Yeah, because, growing up, we lived on a neighborhood where it was, like, all the houses were, like, these, like, small houses, but, like, with a bunch of land. So, like,
Yeah.
and then it backed up to a forest, which was a park. And so we just had, like, a half block of, like 10 acres of just land of
God,
woods.
those are so dangerous.
Yeah.
So you might know.
Yo, one time
because people don't answer the door like they used
but
to.
one time, me and my friend, we took we were playing with my brother and his friends. We took my brother's gonna find out. I think he still believes this, but we took a stereo system and had our iPod, and I downloaded coyote sounds on my iPod.
Oh my gosh.
And I played coyote sounds on this speaker, and freaked my brother and his friends out, and they thought it was real, and we never told them that it was us with a speaker. And then they would come to the bush where we were hiding, and we would like move dirt around, and they thought it was real coyotes.
Gosh.
But we actually did have coyotes, so
those games are fun, but I miss being a kid sometimes. Whoa.
Yeah. But then all you have to say this: school. I do not miss school at all. School sucked. I hated school.
I didn't mind school.
Even though I got good grades, I hated it.
Like once I played sports and like was like chilling, hanging out, I didn't mind school until I got to a point where I'm like,
I hated it.
What the hell? Like, I feel like you don't mind it. I loved school when I was younger. I remember loving it, and then I remember getting to a certain age where I'm like, 8 hours in this damn building, bro. That's like I'd be literally like I remember loving it when you're young, and then you get to like middle school or like where it gets starting getting dragged. I'm like, we're spending 8 hours, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, the only good thing about high school is like then you go to football and you football, but then like. Did you I feel like everyone did this, but like you look at the clock and be like, okay, there's an hour left. Okay, there's 4 quarters. You like split the clock up into like 15-minute sections, and like out after each 15, like okay, whew, all right, another 15-minute section. I just gotta let that fly by.
But I remember like completely logging out and being like, this is a waste of time. Like it's so. Also, like I got to a point where I'm like, I could totally be working right now. Because I was like in need of. I'm like,
working. God. I always just thought about it. Yeah,
like it'd be so cool to be homeschooled but still have sports, like high school sports.
My junior year quarterback, that's what he did. He did homeschool, but then he lived across the street from our school, and then he had to do like some type of paperwork where he was allowed to play.
Yeah, I feel like oh god, because like Jesus, do you know how much time is like in an 8-hour day?
He seemed pretty smart too. I'm not sure if he was actually smart, but. He was a little awkward. No, he was a normal guy. His name was Pete. He was normal.
You're a little awkward.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like everyone has a little bit of awkwardness in them. Maybe not. All right.
If you ain't weird, you're a deer. I can't find anything to rhyme with that. Anyway.
I was going to say something else.
If you ain't weird, yeah.
Don't say it.
See ya.